Welcome friends, my name is Wren, and this past September I turned 21 years old. To celebrate, I decided to draw my favorite cocktails and adult beverages as characters for a quick birthday art challenge. If you like art, comics, and storytelling, consider subscribing. And if you want to join the Crow's Nest Discord server filled with other creative and friendly people, the invite link is in the description. Now, forewarning, the art quality changes between these two pieces due to my iPad deciding to stop responding to my Apple Pen. It happened immediately after character 1 was done, and I've yet to find a way to fix it. This will be a shorter challenge as a result of this change. It's fine, though. I've been meaning to switch to Clip Studio Paint anyway because it is better than Procreate in terms of making comics. I also wanted more storage capabilities. So, that being said, my art is going to look, different until I'm more practiced and comfortable in this new software. Considering I'm self-taught in everything I know about drawing programs, I'm not too worried about my ability to learn CSP. That doesn't mean there won't be an adjustment period, of course. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the first character. First up, we have Moscato di Asti from Martini and Rossi. This is an Italian sparkling white wine that's sweet with a low alcohol content. Its flavors are fruity with a smooth finish. I personally love the combination of white grape with a very subtle peach and pineapple flavor at the end. Now listen, I'm no expert. I'm not a sommelier, but I am someone who drinks on occasion for the sake of flavor rather than to get drunk. My medications actually limit that quite a bit. I can actually have a couple glasses and not have to worry about getting sick, which is great. For this character design, I was immediately inspired by Tiana from Princess and the Frog, specifically her restaurant scene during the song Almost There. In it, both the waiters and Tiana hold flute glasses, and it just felt right for this wine, especially since I pretty much exclusively drink Asti from flutes during the holidays. The first thought that entered my mind was mimicking the silhouette of a flute glass of Asti. I pulled inspiration from Tiana for the face of the character and the wine for the outfit. I gave her a buttery yellow gold cocktail dress, pun very much intended, with a sweetheart neckline to mimic the look of the wine in its glass. I tried keeping things smooth and classy. Then I stole Tiana's feather boa, but tried keeping it more in line with a fur or silk material. This white boa is meant to look like the white frothing bubbles at the top of a glass of Asti. And lastly, I gave her blue eyes to complement the dress. As for her name, I picked Marisol di Asti, which was suggested by Phantom, a lovely corvid from my Discord server, The Crow's Nest. Marisol is a lounge singer at a jazz club and has a sweet and bubbly personality. In a group of friends going out to a bar, Marisol plays the mom friend and designated driver, spending the evening nursing a couple of glasses of Asti while making sure her friends are safe and protected. Overall, I love how she came out. The colors are nice, the outfit works well, and the personality and design fit the drink well. Frankly, I think I did a great job, and I'm proud of how Marisol came out. However, I cannot say the same for this second piece. This is very much a case of I did my best with the knowledge and circumstances of my situation at that time. Now, does this actually look as bad as my brain thinks? Probably not, and I don't want to disparage anyone whose art looks like this. It just feels alien to me because my art normally doesn't look like this, and that's why it's kind of making me feel weird. This was my first illustration in Clip Studio Paint, so I stuck with using a 3D model for the pose while trying to mimic how I usually draw. The cocktail in question is a frozen strawberry daiquiri, a refreshing and sweet drink that makes for a great dessert. It basically consists of white rum, strawberry daiquiri mix, and ice cream blended together. It's got kind of a milkshake texture and is absolutely delicious. Now, I don't know what this is about me, but when I was thinking of a character concept for a strawberry dessert cocktail that's a bright reddish pink, my immediate thought was turning this drink into a whirly hippo. I don't know why, it just scratches an itch in my brain to take something that seems traditionally feminine and make it masculine instead. Unfortunately, during my first pass, my file got corrupted, so I had to start over with a 3D model. I picked a pose I thought would feel relaxed and natural. Moving on to the hair, I gave him closely shaped sides and tied the rest of his hair in a bun. I wanted to bring in the fruit element, so I added a green scrunchie to make the bun look like a strawberry I don't draw men, really, well, ever, but I want to get better at it, so I decided to be adventurous and add a beard. Lesson learned, I'd argue making facial hair look right is harder than regular hair, because instead of just looking at the skull and hairline, you have to look at the whole of the lower half of the face. You can see me messing around with the beard throughout this process. The hardest part was getting the mustache to look right, because it hides the upper lip. Then I moved on to the outfit. I was envisioning this character being both a flirt and a wingman, so I wanted his shirt to feel classy. I was drawing inspiration initially from summery men's looks, and here's where I learned something about men's fashion. Finding variety is very hard. Y'all are kind of limited to parts of a suit or a handful of colored shirt styles if you want to be more than casual. I was really struggling to find good-looking tops that looked unique from the chest up. I spent easily an hour looking at shirts that, outside of some style nuances, kind of all looked the same. Silhouette, vibe, all of it. It just got very repetitive, and it got to the point where I just called it a day and went with a button-up with suspenders. On my old file, I had tried a bunch of things like flowy or sheer shirts, and nothing seemed to work. What you're seeing on the arm is what at one point was going to be line tattoos. I get rid of those later because I'm still very new to this program and I couldn't quite get my vision there. When it came to colors, I kept things simple. Gave him red hair and skin with a pinkish undertone. I made the suspenders red and the shirt a pale pink. I don't know if it's noticeable in the Speedpaint, but I added textures to everything using some true grit texture brushes. Finally, painted a green background behind him to bring that strawberry palette back. This character's name is Francis Solomon Dimitri, another suggestion from the server. The initials FSD are both the name of the character and the name of the cocktail, which I think is pretty cool. Francis is the responsible party animal. He loves to be social and help his friends find dates. He's a very sweet guy who is protective of his group, making sure that when people are drunk, they're not going to make themselves unsafe, in addition to watching their drinks when they're away. Overall, I think I had a decent time with this art challenge. I did have a third drink, a Jack and Coke, but I didn't have time to add them. It was going to be like a dark academia-themed character. I think if I hadn't had such a dramatic shift halfway through, I would have had a better time. I enjoyed the first and got frustrated with the second, but it was a necessary learning experience. I do like this concept though, and I think I will try it again. Who knows, I might make it an annual thing, but no promises. Hopefully the more I draw in Clip Studio and the more rough drawings I get through, the better I'll get at this new software and the more satisfied I'll be with my art. I'm really excited to learn CSP's comic features, and I'll definitely be showing off comic speed paints in the future. I'll be coming out with a formal update video in January. My short animation was mainly to notify you and YouTube that I was alive and active. I want to have a dedicated section of time to talk to you about schedules and the kind of content you can expect to see, in addition to making a channel trailer. I also have one more video coming out before the end of 2024. If you enjoyed this, it would really help me out if you left a like, maybe comment on your favorite cocktail, mocktail, or other non-alcoholic drink, and if you want to see new things I make, subscribe and hit the bell. I'm pretty active in my community posts between videos. For now though, all I ask is that you stay hydrated, stay safe,